up, guys? Rich the Urban Hunter here in the adventure wagon this time. Allie's car, the Urban Huntress. We are on our way up to the Maumee River. It's about a 220 drive from Columbus. This is a peak walleye spawn right now. I've been up here 2 or 3 times. Actually, this is my 3rd year. Been up here maybe like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. I've caught some fish, but I've never had a lot of great success. Just the timing wasn't there. No one was killing it when I was there. I don't go a lot up here because it's so far away from me, and I have saugeye and stuff in local lakes. So, last few days on the Facebook pages, people have been putting a ton of fish away, and I think we timed it right this year. I will show you guys a checklist of everything that I bring and kind of like a simple guide to how to fish them. I'm going to do the evening bite tonight. We're going to get a hotel up there, and we're going to do the morning bite tomorrow, and then come home, hopefully with a 2-day limit in the cooler. So we're going to get up there. I'll see you up there. I brought the GoPro. We'll see you on the water. I'm so decked out right now. Okay, Urban Hunters out here in Maumee. Gonna find a place to fish here. Got about an hour left of fishing lights. Let me see if I can get a couple of these. Ultimately, a little busy, but not too bad today compared to how I've seen it. Let's find a spot where we're not gonna be stepping on anyone's toes. Oh boy. Cut ourselves a medium power fast action rod, 7'1" before I chop the tip off. What I like to do is have a quick detach point right after the lead, so that way you can easily swap out your baits. I'm gonna save this so I can tie a bait back onto it when I get back. Got these pre-packaged, about 6 feet of line. All that it has on it is the floating head. Make sure to save these too so that you can reuse them. So you got your quick detach here. You hook it with your bait. And you're ready to fish again, as long as your line doesn't knot up, which it just did. Well, it looks like I'm fishing with a 2-foot leader. That's just how it's gonna be, which is fine. Cast out about as far as you can throw it, let it drift on down. You're gonna feel it hit rocks, but sometimes the rocks pull back, and that's how you know it's a fish. Nice slow reel. And you're going to get a lot of snags, so just be prepared for that. It's all about keeping your line wet and quickly processing and resetting your line. Sometimes these rocks seem awful fishy. Then you set the hook and it comes out. You want to retrieve just slow enough to let the fish have an opportunity to strike it, but just fast enough so you don't get caught up and stuff. It's a very fine balance. Uh-oh. Might have just lost my net. No. I thought it floated though. What? My net, yeah. I mean, it was an Amazon net, so. I've had. Oh, dude, you know what? I think I got someone's. Yeah, no, I mean, there was someone just here in that spot, and he had 6 fish, so he left. Look at that. I think I got one here. Oh. Oh, you know what? I'm hooked up too, I think. It's gonna be a complicated netting operation here. Oh, you know what? There we go. Oh boy. First fish of the day. Oh, and it came with another bait. Last year I didn't bring a net, and I lost the only fish I caught. So this year I brought it. This is the best fishing I've ever seen. There we go. We are on the board. Using a floating jig head. Uh-oh. Reel yours in and just take it off of there. I'm snagged, so I can't reel it in. We'll find out if the lure's still on there, though. That looked like a vicious hook up there. I don't think I'm lucky enough to find my net twice. I lost it again. It wasn't meant to be. There was a fish right there, just jumped out of the water. I think it's a carp. I think I just saw it. I thought I saw some yellow come out of the water. Oh, that's a walleye. Got him real good, though. I got one here. What do you say? You want to be my best friend ever and net this for me? It feels fair, but might not be. I don't know. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Hey! Perfect. Thank you, sir. Are you from around here?
Nope, I'm from Northwest Indiana.
Oh, wow, okay. So you've been here all day, huh?
Yeah, we limited out in the morning.
It's only one time a year, so. Okay, thank you. Whew. I probably caught about 6, but half of them got off, and one of them took my net, kinda. I dropped it once, and then I found it in the water, which is crazy. And then I was reeling one in, and I had my net ready, and then he got off right in front of me, and my net was gone. That's okay. I've had that net for years. It didn't clip onto anything, that was the problem. It was the end of the night with 2, but that's okay. We're gonna hit it again bright and early. See you then. Well guys, my audio cut out of my GoPro. You can never trust those things completely, but as we watch some of the film here, I just wanted to go over a checklist that I made and just some recommendations that I have for in the field when you're out there. We'll add pictures of everything on here. Everything is just kind of general, so you can get whatever brand you want. First, kind of in order of importance, you want to make sure you have insulated waders. Keep in mind, this is usually February, March, and the water is just stopped being frozen, so the only way you're going to be able to fish for several hours is if you have waders to keep you warm the whole time. Next, I'm not sure if we got this on film or not, but my neighbor beside me there during the first evening, he actually broke his rod and reel. The rod broke in half. I think he was able to retrieve the fish even, but you can't fish after that. And if you're driving a couple hours to be somewhere, you want to make sure you have an extra rod and reel handy so you can get more fishing done, and that's going to be a repetitive theme. You see in the first evening, I added a clip of me talking about pre-making your tackle. You want to make sure you're doing that. I do about arm's length, or both arm's length, about give or take about 6 foot leader, And, if you break off a couple times, you can have, a 4-foot leader, 3-foot leader, whatever you need to do. It kind of depends on your conditions, but you want that bait to be dangling, have a lot of action down from the weight. So in this fast of water, you also want to have a variety of lead weights. This water was moving pretty fast for us today, and the ticket was with the 1 ounce lead swivels. So sometimes if the water's a little slower, you want to do, a half ounce, 3/4 ounce, 5/8, whatever. You can kind of play around with it, but there is a sweet spot where the lead gets down to the fish, and that's extremely important to get down to. Otherwise, you're just going to be floating right over them. So have a lot of extra jigs, tackle, line, everything with you. You're going to see a ton of clips in here of people getting snagged with each other. That's just comes with the territory of having 100 people fish 2 feet away from you on each side. So you need to have some access to some scissors. Also, that will help you with, it'll help you break tangles, cut tangles, and help you tie on new stuff if you need to actually tie. Easy access to pliers. Walleye have big sharp teeth, and you don't want to get anywhere near those or they'll cut you up. You want to make sure you can get that hook out of those fish quickly and effectively and without jarring them too much, especially if you're going to release the fish. I use a non-metal stringer personally because I feel like the metal ones just are really rusty and they just get nasty over time, whereas the plastic one that I use is extremely solid, and I've been using it for years, and it's the same. It looks just like when I bought it. So lastly, for gear, I have you want to make sure that you have some cold weather gear just in case. I mean, like I said, you need the insulated waders, but if it's really cold, like you can see on day 2, I'm wearing gloves, which obviously isn't great to fish with, but it was just frigid that morning. You want to make sure that you clip the gills of the fish when you catch them, or at the end, whichever you prefer. I noticed everyone was doing that. I never had been doing that in the past. You could definitely tell that the fish that I had that weren't bled out by clipping the gills, there was a lot more blood in my fillets, surprisingly. Walleye are they're a white, flaky, mild flavored fish. They're very good to eat, but you always, no matter what the catch is, you want to make sure you're getting as much blood out of that as possible because it's just going to taste better that way. You can buy gill clippers. You can see there's a guy in the first video that is clipping the gills of his fish, and that's definitely the way to do it. Well, guys, we're on our way home here. Fished the evening in the Maumee and fished the next morning. It was definitely way more packed in the mornings. Legit shoulder to shoulder, people getting tangled, rods banging up against each other. It was not that fun. The most important thing is to just be prepared, like I was saying, for snags and losing weights, losing lures, losing plastic, the plastic part of your jigs, losing all that stuff. Be prepared for all of it. Have a net. Definitely have a net. You'll end up landing way more fish on your stringer if you have a net. That's a big deal, because once the tension gets on those single hooks, and if it's barely on their mouth or whatever, they will flip right off of there. So have a net that's on a bungee so you don't lose it, on a cable. Unlike me, I lost mine, I found it again, and then lost it again. So and then finally have some pliers or a scissor, something to cut your line, available at all times. That's extremely valuable, and if you mix all that stuff together, you end up having way more casts than other people, which means more efficient fishing. So we're on our way back here. We're gonna snack on this Garden Harvest. I'll throw a video in here of us going in there. That's my favorite restaurant when I'm up there. It's a local, just one store. There's no chain or anything. Best sandwiches I've ever had. Definitely best turkey sandwich I've ever had. Maybe the best overall sandwich I've ever had. They make their own mayonnaise in there. They got fresh drinks. It's just It's just a vibe in there, and it's delicious. So hope you guys learned something. Let me know in the comments if there's any questions or if there's anything I can help you with. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.